just cavity concoctions.
Maybe over time, I've become less interested in video games altogether, to be honest. I don't know, maybe it's like me getting older. I don't know, I just don't really care for a lot of games anymore, you know? But like, particularly horror games, dude. I feel like horror games are very watered down right now, you know? And a lot of it I find isn't like particularly... It doesn't really float my goat. Like a lot of it. I don't know why, you know? It feels like since 2019, a lot of horror games have been like mass pumped out, you know? Kind of like fast fashion almost, where like they're all just clones of things like Poppy Playtime, or they're trying to mimic the same sort of game mechanic as FNAF, and it's just, I don't know. I'm not trying to diss or anything, because I know it's probably like a lot of work to create like a video game or whatever, but like, do we really only have like 3 video game concepts? Like, okay, like guys, here's my new video game idea, okay? It's about like something which looks innocent, like a children's toy, but it's actually evil. And that's what makes it scary, you know? That's like, because it's like mimicking something a child would like, you know? Guys, play my new analog horror game, alright? Listen, everything's like super low quality, and that's like what's really kind of scary about it, you know? It's like a scary aspect. The main villain is also based on some kind of like religious or spiritual entity. Yo, you guys should download this like awesome new game. It's basically a FNAF reskin. It's a FNAF reskin. You go to a place for a couple nights and you like do things and avoid like monsters or people trying to get you, and yeah, maybe like a mini game in between, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and it's $30 by the way as well, so you know. Here's the thing, right, is that I'm not denying that these games aren't fun. It's just like so many of these concepts are so overused, you know? What are we doing? Even if there is like a cool new like feature in the game, the general concept is the same. Like they've reused the same 3 formulas over and over and over to try create something unique and scary, but it doesn't feel like something unique and scary. Because I feel like I've played the same game 10,000 times. And I guess the same goes for like non-horror games, you know? Where I'll see a guy on TikTok advertise this new game he's developing with like a slapstick or humorous concept, you know? And I just feel kind of guilty, you know? I feel kind of bad because this would be such a genuinely fun game to play with friends. This is such a slapstick and like unique idea that would be so fun for like 10 minutes, you know? And then the performative aspect of like slapping someone's ass wears off and you realize like, oh, this is just tag. It was fun, you know, while you were waiting for Fortnite to update, but like, I'm never gonna touch this game again. There obviously has been some absolutely incredible horror games which I think are so unique in terms of concept and gameplay alike, and I don't think I can actually make a video game about modern horror games without at least mentioning Lethal Company. I mean, come on, like, give a round of applause for Lethal Company, guys. What's good about it is that it doesn't try to replicate any other kind of formula or video game, you know? It also has like a 100% sort of unique concept and like mechanic that I don't think I've ever actually seen in any other video game before. The concept is you and your friends are working for a mysterious company and you go around on a spaceship, landing on different planets and going into these big industrial buildings that are kind of like a maze inside. And in these mazes you have to find all kinds of junk and like scrap metal, which you have to then sell on another planet to meet the quota that the company has set for you. And this basically keeps you alive. And you just keep doing this until you die or you can't meet the quota. But obviously there's all kinds of like unique and terrifying monsters and creatures and robots and ghosts and ghouls and inanimate objects. They all have their like own unique abilities and different horrifying ways of killing you. Also, the game has voice chat, which basically means like if your mate moves further away from you, you can't hear what they're saying. You know, it's like this. If I pull the microphone closer, you can kind of hear what I'm saying better. The game has that.
Oh my god.
Watch out, okay?
I'm sorry.
But one of the best things about it, the lore. It has crazy lore. And the best part about it is that, unlike The Godfather, it doesn't insist upon itself, you know? Family Guy reference. And the lore doesn't make the game any more or less fun. Which, like, okay, for example, Five Nights at Freddy's. If there was someone who somehow had never heard of what Five Nights at Freddy's was, and you had to describe this epic lore to them, they would think the game must be, like, incredible. When in reality, like, the first few games, now that we're all a little bit older and a little bit more mature, I think I can admit, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, like, 1 to 3, like, weren't entertaining, they weren't fun, you know? With Lethal Company, right, is you can be completely oblivious to the lore, and regardless of whether it has lore or not, the game is still so fun to play. That's what I mean when I say, like, it doesn't insist upon itself. Like, if you're someone who likes to go more in depth about the lore, you can do that, okay? Lethal Company has, like, plenty of interesting and unique lore to offer. But if you actually couldn't give a fucking rat's ass about the lore and just want to have fun with the bros, like, bro.
Hola, Marios. Oh, kulista!
We need more games like that, okay? Which are not clones, which are actually unique and interesting and have different concepts and mechanics and objectives, you know? Not just like, oh, this is scary because Roblox games are out-competing most indie horror games right now. Some of these fan games are genuinely so awesome, dude. Are you joking? If you haven't played Forgotten Memories, bro, gather 3 friends and hop on the blocks right now, because, like, you're about to witness peak. So, in conclusion, I don't know. This wasn't supposed to be a whole video essay or anything. I was just, like, yapping. I don't know. That's my opinion. If you disagree, just, like, I don't know, bro. If you disagree, like, it'd be freaking crazy if you just died right now, like, on the spot. It would be freaking crazy if you did that. Yeah, so I'm gonna edit this to be like a super sick, super smooth outro. You know, it'll be lit. Like, you guys trust me on this one? It'll be lit. Like, you guys trust me on this one? I'm gonna edit this to be